A lot of people just set a goal and it's just kind of there in the universe and they don't take action on it. Yeah, I want to lose 50 pounds, but then they aren't going to the gym. Or I want to make $1 million in revenue, but they aren't looking at what does that actually mean on a month-to-month basis. Hey guys, Abby Johnson here with Matterhorn Business Development. Today, obviously, we are talking about goal setting, and specifically, I want to talk about some mistakes to avoid while you're goal setting and what you can do to actually make sure you achieve the goals you're setting out. You know, it's the new year. A lot of people make resolutions and do all these things, and come January, they start going to the gym or stop eating sugar or whatever, and it only lasts for a few weeks. So what I want to talk about is how to set goals in your business and actually achieve them and actually take action on your goals throughout the year. Really quickly, before we dive in, I want to tell you about our program, Adventure to Profit. This program has all of the tools, templates, trainings, and live Q&A calls to help you through the year so that you can actually achieve your goals this upcoming new year. So check out the link below and start your 7-day free trial today. All right, so the first mistake that I see is, of course, not having a goal in the first place. So I talk to lots of business owners every single week, and when I ask this question, you know, what's your goal? Where do you want to be this year? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Some of them have an idea. A lot of people don't. They're just kind of trying to make it day by day. And I totally get this, but having a goal and setting that intention really means something. Call it manifestation, call it whatever you want, but there really is something to saying out loud or writing it down what you want to achieve. That's the first step of goal setting. Later on, we need to actually take action on these words, but the first step is setting that intention. For example, when my dad passed away suddenly, we founded Matterhorn together, and I decided to continue Matterhorn on without him. And he was the big thinker. He was the visionary. I was the tactical operations person. And obviously, this is a very nuanced, unique situation, but you know, I was still trying to navigate losing my father and my business partner and all of that. But for a long time, I didn't have any goals with Matterhorn. I was literally just trying to make it. I was trying to get my feet under me, you know, consulting on my own without him because we used to do all client calls together. I was just trying to service our current clients, take care of whatever leads were coming in. And I'll say it probably took me a couple years before I actually thought about growth and felt stable enough to think about, hey, like I have to hit some numbers here, right? And what happened was I was very stagnant for a long time. Matterhorn wasn't growing, to be honest, because I wasn't putting attention on growth. That seems so simple. Like I was going through the actions and doing the things I was supposed to do. I was making YouTube videos, but without having that intention and having that goal of growth and what that growth meant to me, I wasn't getting anywhere. So once I started actually putting attention on things and setting these goals for myself, I saw my statistics start going up. And this might sound a little woo-woo to some people. I don't normally get into that kind of stuff, but I even started putting on a sticky note every month how much revenue I wanted to make that month. And I would put it on my wall so that I saw it all the time. And I started hitting the number. It was really wild. Literally just putting it down on a sticky note and putting it on the wall, I started hitting that goal. So whether you believe in this sort of thing or not, just try it. Just start putting your attention there. Try this on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. Everything we're talking about today is not just for the year. This is all the time. This is throughout the year, but just try it. Actually set a goal for yourself and see what happens and if you achieve it. All right, so the next mistake that I see when people are setting goals is setting a goal that is actually too small. Now, I get it. Maybe you want to set something that you feel is realistic or easily achievable. Oh, well, I'm already doing 10K months, so I want to hit $120,000 this year. Okay, that's easy, but that's not growth. That's not sustainability. Is that enough to pay your bills? Is that enough to grow your personal life the way you want to? Is that enough to hire the employees that you want to? Usually people are thinking too small. And when you think small, you achieve small. So what I want you to do is whatever numbers you have in your mind in terms of revenue goals, I want you to at least double that for 2025. If your goal is to make $500,000 in revenue for 2025, your goal is now $1 million. Let's do it. Let's figure it out. And when you think big, you can achieve big things. Okay. It might feel scary, but put that goal on a sticky note, put it on your wall, and just see what happens when you actually start setting the intention to do that. Your actions will start to become bigger to reach those bigger goals. And it is doable, it is achievable. You just have to have a plan of how to do it. Which leads me to my third mistake, which is not having a plan to achieve the goal and not understanding your numbers and the hard data to get to that goal. So let me explain this. First of all, like I mentioned before, a lot of people just set a goal and it's just kind of there in the universe and they don't take action on it. Yeah, I want to lose 50 pounds, but then they aren't going to the gym. Or I want to make $1 million in revenue, but they aren't looking at what does that actually mean on a month-to-month basis? How many leads do you need to be getting in every month? How many new customers or new clients do you need to close every month? How many employees do you need to service the amount of customers it takes to reach $1 million? These are all really vital questions to actually achieve the goal that you've set out for yourself. And if you've failed at goal setting before, such as you set a goal for yourself and you didn't reach it, this might be where things went wrong, is you didn't have the actual execution and the actual plan and roadmap of how to achieve that goal. So what I want you to do after you've set your revenue goal for the year is sit down and look at what that actually means. So for example, you want to make $1 million this year. Okay, that means $83,333 a month. Okay, but right now you're making $60,000 a month. Probably in January, unless you're on like a fantastic, amazing trajectory, which if you are, great. But most likely in January, you aren't going to just jump from $60,000 to $83,000. So you might have to plan your revenue on a month-by-month basis of, okay, next month we're going to make $70,000, and then the next month $75,000, and then the next month $80,000, and then $85,000. And it might actually look a little bit different to where at the end of the year, you're hitting 90, 95, 100K months, and when you add up all of your months for a year, then you hit the $1 million. So again, a lot of people make that mistake where it's just like, oh, I need to make $83,000 a month. But if you want to make $1 million in the year, then you need to really set the month by month goal of how you're going to hit that $1 million mark. Then what I want you to look at is how many customers do you need to achieve those monthly goals? How many leads do you need to get that amount of new customers? And then look at your marketing of how you're going to get that many leads. So if you need 50 new leads a month to achieve $1 million a year, and right now you're only getting 30 new leads a month, how are you going to get those 20 more leads? Are you going to start a new marketing effort? Are you going to put more money into ads? Are you going to hire an outbound salesperson? These are the things I'm talking about in terms of you need to know your numbers, you need to know your conversion rates so that you can plan out and have targets for yourself and for your team of, hey team, I need you to make this many closes each month. Hey marketing team, I need you to bring me this many leads each month. Hey sales guy, this is how much you need to close each month. So breaking this down into actual real numbers that can have action taken upon them is how you're going to really reach this goal and achieve it. I actually have another video that would be really helpful for you. It's all about figuring out your cost to acquire a customer and your lifetime value and how important those numbers are. And those are really important to know with what I'm talking about here in order to achieve that end goal that you want for the year. If you want some expert help to reach your goals in this upcoming year, and you want the proven tools, strategies, templates, and mentorship that's going to help you get there, I want you to check out our program, Adventure to Profit. It's only $97 a month, which is probably less than you're already spending on coffee every week. And we have a 7-day risk-free trial. So really, this is a no-brainer. So go ahead, get started, and let us help you take action and achieve your goals this next year. I'll see you in the next video.